They get a new clock. Black will go right to the rack and lay it in. Mike Black draws the foul on Giroux, his third, and he'll head to the line.
Foul is whistled on number 33, Giroux, his third personal foul.
We were told he would not be bashful, Devil, and he hasn't been.
He's fearless. He's making things happen for him, driving into the paint, kicking it out to the shooters.
Had a 20-point game against Ohio State. They lost 62-60 in Columbus to the fourth-ranked team in the country. Aaron Kraft, the fine point guard, 20.7 assists. We were told that he and Black went back and forth. 5:45 left in the first half here from Seattle. Nice play inside to Njai. He'll lay it in. How about that pass?
The first time they had more than 3 passes and they got an easy basket.
That's a good point. They've been settling early. Yauti nails another 3. That's the third for the diminutive lad from York, Pennsylvania. 19-17 score, and the Great Danes take the lead. And this is a foul. This will go against Mike Black. That's his first. Coming up next here on the Family Pac-12 Networks, UC Irvine, the Anteaters at UCLA to take on the Bruins in the brand new Poly Pavilion. And what an assemblage of young talent the Bruins have. Gaddy misses the free throw. Ball batted. Njai will save it on the end line, but he was right there on the end line. Tonight on the second half of our doubleheader, Kyle Anderson, Fairview, New Jersey, out of St. Anthony's. Tony Parker, 6'9" from Atlanta. Shabazz Muhammad, 6'6", has been declared ineligible. Status still unknown, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Mike Black will bring it across. That's too easy. But it was missed by the big man from the down under, Sam Rowley, leading to a Gaddy run out. Feathers it in.
And this is what the Great Danes want to avoid, get into a running match and up and down kind of game with the Huskies.
(19-19) count, 4:39 left in the first half. Yauti outside to Black. Stewart did a nice job not to lean in on the up fake. And Aziz Njai comes down with a rebound, and he is tied up and fouled by Guerrier. Second foul on Guerrier, and the Huskies now will get an opportunity at the line with 4:27 left in the first half, and the score tied 19-19. So far the shooting's not been good for Lorenzo Romar's group. 9 of 26 for the Huskies, 0 of 5 from 3. Wilcox 1 for 8, and it got 6 in a row before he hit his first one. Here's Njai at the line. The free throw technique looks sound.
You know, he's gotten a lot better than last year, and I think he proved that in the last game. He's doing what he does well. Obviously, he's rebounding and he's putting balls back in the basket. His free throws, he's going to get fouled, and especially down the stretch when he's getting an offensive rebound or something, and he needs to make these free throws, and he's been working on it a lot.
9.6 rebounds for the big man from Dakar, Senegal. 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Njai, second up and in. There he goes.
That looked good.
21-19 the count, and the Huskies riding the big man right now with 4:20 to go in the first half. Yauti covered by Wilcox. Oh, he wanted to pull the trigger on that one. 9 to shoot. And a foul called as Roenig was watching Peter Hooley along the end line. Hooley will shoot when we come back with 3:58 left here in the first half. Washington 21. Albany of Albany, New York 19 on the Pac-12 networks. Goree Island, literally a few miles from the home in Dakar, Senegal of Aziz Njai, Goree Island infamous for the slave trade from the 1500s to the mid-1800s. Over 3 centuries, nearly 20 million Africans shipped into slavery, and the Washington Huskies visited Goree Island. You'll hear Lorenzo Romar's comments about the trip coming up at half. Detlef Schrempf, Kevin Calabro on hand. A couple of free throws awarded to Peter Hooley, the redshirt freshman from Australia. He knocks them both down, and we're tied at 21 with 3:54 left in the first half. C.J. Wilcox, 1 of 8 shooting from the field. Njai throws a pass high and away to Wilcox and out of bounds. Detlef, you mentioned it during the break. A real uneven flow to this game for the Huskies.
Yeah, they're really kind of pushing a little bit offensively, taking some tough shots, and I think they're just not comfortable yet with their offense. Some high post catches, some rubs, splits, and they haven't really gotten much out of it.
They've turned it over 7 times. Boyning with a rebound, outlets to Andrews. Someone's going to have to pick up the slack, and Scott Suggs is out. Nice drive and dish from Andrews, and Njai converts with a 2-hand jam. Aziz with a dozen.
Andrew, he can get into the paint. He's proven that last game. He got to the free throw line 10 times, getting to the basket. And where they're following me, I think he shot 7 for 10. So he's good off the dribble. He might have to create something.
Yauti got open in the rotation and nails his 4th three. He's got a dozen, and he has accounted for half of Albany's points. They take a 1-point lead. You'd have to count for him down the floor. Njai has it stripped. Nice play inside. Getting a piece of that was Luke Devlin, another Australian, this Albany team. Hooley comes out on a Rowley screen. Devlin looking to Black, upended and fouled by Stewart, and so Black will go to the line, and he'll get 2 in the double bonus. 24-23 score, Albany leading with 2:24 left here in this first half.
This game has a weird feel to it, doesn't
sure
it,
does.
Kevin? It feels like the Huskies are down 15, but it's only a 2-point game.
Well, they've slowed it down. The Huskies want to run. I mean, talk all you want about the high post offense, but at the end of the day, their identity is to run the ball. Right?
Put pressure on the ball, force backdoor cuts, get charges, and rebound the ball and go. And they've only done that a few times today.
And you'd figure there'd be enough defensive rebounds because Albany's shooting just 8 for 23, 34%. The Huskies have 21 boards, have out-rebounded Albany 21-14, but just have not been able to get anything going in the fast break category. Just 2 fast break points.
Late violation, this is against Washington.
Well, the Huskies on Sunday were turnover prone. They had 11 and a half, but boy, did they get it right in the second half with just 1 turnover. Mike Black at the line. And Black is 4 of 5 at the stripe, and he has 8 points. Desmond Simmons will come back in, and Aziz Njai will get a breather. The big man with 12 points and 6 rebounds.
Well, the Great Danes played really well against Ohio State a few nights ago, and it was a tied game, I believe, with 3 minutes to go, and then they got outscored, by quite a bit. But so they're capable.
Fouls against number 11, Luke Devlin.
Foul on Devlin, and that will send Andrew Andrews to the free throw line. Andrews from Benson Tech in Portland, Oregon. 6'2" freshman and redshirted last year. And really needed that year to redshirt to build his body up. He wasn't this big coming out of high school. That free throw dances off, and a team rebound for Albany. They'll bring it up now, leading by 3, 26-23. They've been able to control the tempo.
They sure have. Huskies haven't done much offensively. We've struggled with their shots, and Great Danes are just getting into the offense, running some pick and rolls, and trying to get into the paint for the kickouts.
13 to shoot. Black wheels it outside. Nice pass inside Hooley. He went into the air and had it ripped away, and a foul. And again, Albany will go to the free throw line. Albany 6 for 10 from the stripe.
And the former rugby player is on the free throw line.
At the line.
Coach Brown said, nice kid in the world, but he has the potential to be their tough guy because he is built like one.
Sam Rowley from Sydney, Australia. The foul on Wilcox is his second. And Albany has their largest lead of the game right now, up 5 at 28-23 with a minute 43 left in the first half. If you're just joining us, Scott Suggs went down with a concussion. That's Andrews. He pulls up and knocks down a baseline jump shot. And so was Suggs on the sideline, back in the locker room. Someone needs to pick it up. Andrews is as good a candidate as there is right now. Albany by 3.
He was definitely capable. He had some big games in high school.
Yeah, it was scored in high school there at Benson Tech in Portland. Big collision there and a foul. This will go against Andrews. And again, Albany will go to the line. Clock stopped with a minute 16 left in the first half. Second foul on Andrews. And a reminder, the State Farm halftime show coming up at the conclusion of this first half from Seattle. Mike Black misses the free throw. Black 2 for 5 from the field, 4 of 6 from the line. He has 8 points. All-league guard last year in the American East Conference. Albany 8 for 14 from the line. Getting opportunities but not cashing in. They do here.
Number 20, Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson from Moreno Valley, California. 6'6" junior will come in now. Albany up 4 with a minute 13 left in the first half. Gaddy off to Andrews. Gaddy head down, shoulder leaning into the defender. Missed the running right-hander over a double team. Rowley with a rebound, and Yauti will call a timeout with 55 and 6/10 seconds left in the half and 29 on the shot clock. Will Brown's going to work for a shot here for 2 for 1 possibly. 29-25. Albany on top, and Jacob Yauti has been a troublemaker, hasn't he? 12 points, Devil.
Well,
4 threes he's in.
I think the scouting report was that he's a three-point shooter, so don't leave him. And he's gotten some good looks. He made one tough one, but he's got 3 wide open threes that he knocked down.
Aziz Njai has been problematic for Albany. He's got a dozen with 6 rebounds.
Aziz kept the Huskies in the game so far just by dominating the offensive glass and blocking a couple shots. Defense.
Yauti will take it in bounds for Albany. He comes off the screen and he's open deep, lets it fly, missed it. That was the shot they were looking for. Good hustle play by Simmons to keep it alive. Bronny comes up with it, steers it ahead to Gaddy. They'll take it to the cup and lay it up and in.
The Huskies needed that bucket.
Gaddy with 8 pulls the Huskies to within 2. But Albany, if they play it right, will get the last shot. And you'd think Yauti would have a hand in that. He's been the hot man. Andrews watches Yauti in the corner. As Black balances the court with 7 to shoot. Nice screen for Black with 4. One-on-one to the glass, laid it in as he blows by Bräunig. And that will end the half with Andrews getting off a shot that flutters wide of the goal. So a well-diagrammed play for Albany. They get the last say of the half, and they lead at half. 31-27, Albany leading in Seattle, Washington tonight. Stick around, the State Farm halftime show is next. From Seattle, Washington here on the Pac-12 Network. Welcome back, Seattle, Washington, the site of tonight's game. The Washington Huskies trailing the Albany Great Danes 31-27. The Great Danes from the America East Conference, featuring teams like Vermont, Stony Brook, New Hampshire, the Terriers of Boston U, Maine, Hartford. Jacob Yowie doing some work, a dozen points. He's hit 4 threes in this game. Mike Black with 11, 5 of the players with a deuce. Aziz N'Diaye leading the way for Washington with a dozen. Abdul Gaddy 8 and Jannard Giroux 3 points. The Huskies lost Scott Suggs with a concussion 2 minutes into this game. Desmond Mason has a zipper over his right eye. He got clipped. So it's been a very physical game. Desmond Simmons with the abrasion over the right eye. So it's been a very difficult first half for the Huskies, and the adjustments are coming.
Positive, I think, is obviously Wilcox has not played his usual game. Great steal there to start the second half.
Andrews into the lane, had it stripped, but he was fouled, and it will go to the line. That's always a good way to start it.
Anticipated the pass and kicked it up and kept it alive. And I think we don't expect CJ to go 1 for 8 in the second half, so that's the positive for the Huskies.
And CJ Wilcox 1 for 8. He had missed his first 6. Andrews flips it up. Andrews. So someone, Andrews, or maybe increased scoring from the bench in Hakeem Stewart, Desmond Simmons. Someone's going to have to step up and provide some points that would have otherwise been garnered by Suggs here tonight. And Andrews is a pretty good candidate. He hits a couple there. 31-29 score. Mike Black from Fenwick High School in Chicago. 6-footer. Into the lane to the glass. Laid it in. Beautifully done with the offhand. Huskies have been vulnerable on the high screen and rolls. Guards have been able to turn the corner. Gaddy straight away look at 3. Bingo. That's the first 3 that the Huskies have enjoyed tonight after an 0 for 5 start from out there.
Well, Abdul will have to step it up a little bit. I think, according to the scouting report, they were going to let him take a few looks at the 3-pointer as long as they were covering CJ. So he will have some opportunities tonight.
Timeout called by Albany when Mike Black got caught along the sideline. And a 30-second timeout called by Albany. We'll take a break here with 18:51 remaining in the second half, just underway from Seattle on the Pac-12 networks. Albany leading Washington 33-32. Just underway here in the second half from Seattle, Washington. A reminder that there's more Pac-12 basketball coming up next. UC Irvine taking on UCLA at 8:30 Pacific. The Bruins featuring Jordan Adams, fine freshman guard out of Atlanta, GA. Friday against Indiana State, the Sycamores, he put 21 on them. And the most by a UCLA freshman in a season opener since 2007 when Kevin Love put 22 on the Vikings of Portland State. Adams, one of 8 newcomers the Bruins have this season. The 5 freshmen, the sophomore transfer, and 2 junior transfers as well. Detlef Schrempf, Kevin Calabro on hand here in Seattle. Abdul Gaddy with 11. Aziz N'Diaye 12 points and 6 rebounds. Albany shooting 38%, yet leading this game by 1. They outscored the Huskies 10-4 in the last 3 minutes of the first half. Wilcox nearly had a pick. 9 to shoot for Albany.
Huskies have stepped up their effort a little bit on defense, overplaying everything, staying on the shooters.
Peter Hooley to bring it in bounds to Mike Black. High screen. Simmons steps out. That looked like good defense. And a foul call on Desmond Simmons. That's the first on Simmons, first team foul.
Well, we said it before, Mike Black is tough. He initiated that contact and drew the foul.
Yauti covered closely by Gaddy. You see Gaddy over the top of that screen to stay with Yauti. He will come out with 23 to shoot. Dribble penetration, the quick flip, got it. Oh, the little fella came inside a three that time and let one burst. Yauti with 14 points. Nice look inside. Andrews finds Simmons, who had sealed his man, and a foul. Desmond Simmons will shoot two.
It was a great read there. Ran the pick-the-picker for Wilcox coming up for the jump shot, and two guys went with him.
And the first foul on Yauti. Simmons, a blue-collar worker, played in all 35 games last year. Actually started in 11 for the Huskies last year. Watch Yauti now, Detlef. Split a pair of defenders here.
Yeah, well done. Stayed low. Obviously had Zeus coming out, big guy, and he just got into the middle of the paint and flipped it up there for a deuce.
Andrews nearly stapled on that screen set. Manages to get his body up there with Njai. The pass knocked down. Lead pass Andrews. Leaves it off to Simmons and lays it in. Andrews showed good balance that time, didn't he? I thought he was going to take a header.
Again, this is Husky basketball, and this is what the Great Danes want to avoid. The pressure, another turnover.
Gaddy trying to keep it alive and pursue it. Back to get it is Howley, and a foul called. Or stop and play here. Well, what do we have? Will Brown came out on the court. He was admonished to get back to the bench.
Second great trap. Might have reset the clock.
Yeah, no foul call on the play determining if the ball was out of bounds, and like Detlef said, they want to reset the clock here, or at least adjust it. And finally, trap Yauti had nowhere to go.
That's great balance there by Abdul.
It really was. Washington has taken the lead at 36-35, 17:28 to go in the second. DJ Evans, the junior from Brandon, Mississippi, on the court now for Albany. Yauti into the lane, rejected by Wilcox. Gaddy trying to work his way by Hooley, and a foul on Hooley.
Great defense by CJ. He stayed in front, kept a hand up, knocked the ball down.
Huskies by one. Backdoor lob up top there. CJ Wilcox with the two-hand jam, and Gaddy feathered a beauty in there to him.
That's a set play out of their sideline, out of bounds. They're so focused on playing CJ for the jump shot and overplaying him for coming out, and he went backdoor for the dunk.
Andrews out ahead of Gaddy for the two-hand slam. They're going to say no. Looked like he lost the balls. He was going up, got some rim, then ball, and then jammed it.
He's got everyone laughing, though.
Now that's Wilcox. He's showing you how to do it right there. 24-12, point in the paint advantage. Washington on Albany. Now the crowd into the game. And Washington up 3 with 16:33 to go. A 6-0 run. Black shoots it cross court here. DJ Evans with it. 16 to shoot on a pick and roll. Rolling into the lane. Hands hands off to the big man. Shot blocked by Aziz Njai. Got a piece of John Puck's offering. 3 blocks for Njai, leading to a Gaddy look at 3. Wilcox the rebound and muscled it up and in. That's what they've been looking for, Detlef.
Definitely picked up the energy on defense and also on offense, getting some quick shots and taking advantage of their size. I think CJ got another 5 inches on his opponent.
Andrews forces the ball to help from Njai, and the recovery made by the Huskies. Here they come up 5. Aziz on the block, rocks and turns, and is fouled. Puck got him. That's the 3rd on Puck. Timeout from Seattle. The Huskies starting to show a little rhythm out there with hustle plays. Lead it by 5. CJ Wilcox has come alive here in the second half as the Huskies come out of the locker room with an 8-2 run to take a lead, Detlef.
You know, CJ struggled a little bit offensively in the first half shooting the ball, but, you know, what coaches always say, if you don't shoot well, do some other things. Get a layup, get an offensive rebound and a tip-in, and that's what he did, and he's getting his rhythm back.
Njai at the free throw line. We were talking during the break about Scott Suggs going out with just 2 minutes gone by here in this ball game in the first half with a concussion. He'll be out for the rest of the game. What does that then do to the rest of your rotation?
Well, you know, it's early in the season, so they're still trying to find the right rotation, and it will give other players an opportunity to play more. I think Abdullah will have to play more, and CJ will probably have to play 35+ minutes, and Andrew will have to come in and step up. You know, he's going to have to play probably 30 minutes, and he's doing well.
And this is probably, in the long run, good for the Huskies here to have to, after a sudden change like that, improvise and come up, and certain guys are going to rise to the occasion, and the coaches are going to get a good read on that. Here's Yauti for 3, and that kid is still on fire. 17 points for Jacob Yauti. He is 5 of 8 from beyond the arc.
How did he get open?
He didn't need a lot of space either, does he?
No, he's got a quick trigger.
And a high trajectory on that shot as well. Andrews stuffs it inside for Giroux. Went into the air at it, jabbed away. Wilcox recovers. No reset of the shot clock. 9 to shoot. Gaddy behind the back into the lane, flips it up on the rim, jabbed up by Giroux. Grabbed by Simmons, lays it in. Good hustle play. Washington by 5.
3 offensive rebounds. That's tough when you play good defense and don't get the ball.
Black turns the corner. Beautiful pass inside, but Wilcox blocks it from behind. Gaddy the other way. Andrews for 3. No.
Offensive foul.
Yeah. What happened there? Gaddy's momentum carried him into the defender?
I think he flipped it back for the 3 and tried to screen the defender running out and kind of move and screen. It's tough call.
That's the 3rd on Gaddy. .43-38 score. Washington, 6 minutes gone by here in the second half. Yauti on the far edge trying to elude Wilcox. Picks up the dribble. Black. The Aussie crew all over that one. Rowley and Hooley right to the rebound. Black into the lane. He'd like to get that one back. Jabbed out of bounds. Washington will take it.
Got in the paint again and just didn't finish it.
Huskies shooting 43%, Albany 34%. Washington with 6 fast break points. Wilcox, screen and roll. There's Giroux, the 2-hand jam. They're passing much better now too, Dennis.
They're sharing the ball. They slowed down a little bit, and they made some good plays for each other.
7 assists on 18 field goals. And reaching in was Andrews, trying to dislodge it from Yauti. Foul on Andrew Andrews. Third team foul on Washington, and the second on, make it third on Andrews.
He'll realize he can't make those mistakes because he needs to play more minutes, and he has another foul now.